Hi everyone, hope you're well and doing okay. I hope you've had a good week so far. I'm just having a walk through the cornfield, as you can see here. Just walk through the cornfields, and I don't think they're quite ready to be harvested yet, but they're getting there. I have just been thinking about Psalm 136 and the goodness of God, and Psalm 136 repeats a lot, or the psalmist repeats a lot of the good things that God has done and is doing and will do in the future. But what he's generally doing is recounting what God has done. I think for all of us, we can take a lesson from that, because the verse ends at each verse in that psalm. The second part of the verse says, His love endures forever. God's love endures forever. So the psalmist is thanking God for what God has been doing and is doing, and he's recounting the great things that God has been doing. And one of the verses further in the psalm, in verse 23, I think it says that God remembered us in our lowly state, and his steadfast love endures forever. So I think the psalmist is trying to express the fact that, God knew that we needed his help. He didn't leave us and abandon us. He brought Jesus to us so that he could reconcile us to him, so that he could have a relationship with us again. If you don't know Jesus, just ask Jesus to be part of your life. You don't need to pray a really complicated prayer. You just say, Jesus, please help me. God help me. I pray a lot. God, please help me. It's probably the prayer that I pray most in my life, because I used to think it was really unspiritual prayer, but it's not actually. It's a very powerful prayer, asking God to help you. And I think it's good to ask God to help us in our daily lives, and I do that continually. So this Psalm 136 verse 23, the psalmist is saying, God didn't forget us, in our lowly state. God is God. He's the God of the universe, the stars, the heavens, the planets. He knows every single one of us intimately as well. He knows us and he wants to know us better. And God is so amazing that in our as he calls it, lowly state, the psalmist calls it lowly state, but I think what he's saying is, a lot of us get into trouble without God's help. God could do without us if he wanted to, but God doesn't want to do without us, because he loves us so much. He remembers us. He wants to be with us, and his steadfast love endures forever. So whatever is going on in your life today, tomorrow, last week, in the future, just remember that the steadfast love of God endures forever. Forever. Just think about that. So many things come and go and pass by. The coronavirus has been going on for months now. We've had restrictions all over the place, and they keep being lifted a bit and then restricted again, and things are still going on. But even in the middle of that, God is not surprised. His steadfast love endures through all of that and forever. So if you don't remember anything else today, just remember that God's love, his steadfast love, endures forever. His love for you endures forever. Just thought I would leave that thought with you today. Bye.